Time now for the morning rush. An evacuation order for a Moriarty neighborhood is lifted this morning. This comes after a fire sparked near the airport, burning nearly 200 acres and at least 2 homes. The Torrance County Emergency Manager says that the grass fire started around 11 yesterday morning. Officials say that no residents were injured and the investigation is ongoing. An 83-year-old man is now facing murder charges after police say that he shot and killed his nephew. According to a criminal complaint, Melquiades Garcia and his nephew Stephen Garcia had been drinking when they got into a fight at their trailer that was on Carlisle near Candelaria on Saturday. Shortly after, police say that Melquiades shot Stephen. He's now been charged with second-degree murder. New security video shows the moment when police say that a man driving a stolen state SUV rams into another car. Police say John Bearden Jr. ran a stop sign and then crashed into the car with 43-year-old David Pizarro and his 10-year-old daughter Penny inside. Both Pizarro and his daughter ended up in critical condition. Now, Bearden Jr. is facing charges including 2 counts of great bodily harm by motor vehicle. Erica.
And here's a look at our school day forecast. Temperatures are cool, needing some layers this morning. It will be a warm afternoon, but we'll be dealing with 55-mile-per-hour wind gusts, so you may want to have a windbreaker on hand.
Well, today an elderly New Mexico man with a history of reckless driving is scheduled to go to trial for his latest DWI arrest. Last summer, Farmington police found George Platero driving on the wrong side of the road. Records show that this was the 8th DWI stop for Platero. He faces a mandatory 10 to 12 years in prison if convicted. As we start out the work week, if West Central is part of your commute, you're going to want to look at an alternate route. Westbound Central at 47th Street is going to be closed starting today through the end of the week. This is the first phase of that project, and more closures are planned along Central through April. Well, U.S. Transportation Secretary Pete Buttigieg is going to be visiting a couple of New Mexico cities. The secretary is going to be in Albuquerque tomorrow and then head down to Las Cruces on Wednesday. He's going to be discussing how the state is using $1.1 billion from the new infrastructure law. Erica.
Our threat index, it is high today because the whole state will be seeing some very strong winds over 50 miles per hour. High wildfire threats for everybody, and we could even see some dust storms.
An APD vehicle with a new design on it is now on the streets of Albuquerque, promoting awareness and acceptance of autism. APD and AFR met with members of the Autism Society of New Mexico yesterday, and it was part of an effort to build relationships and teach officers what to look for if they meet someone on the spectrum while on duty. Former President Donald Trump is expected to fly from Florida to New York today, where he is set to become the first former president to face criminal charges. A source tells CBS News that he will likely be charged with falsifying business records in the first degree. The former president also plans to make public remarks from his Mar-a-Lago estate in Florida on Tuesday night. At the Vatican, Pope Francis presided over Palm Sunday Mass, marking the start of Holy Week and an end to his sudden health scare. Well, the last time that we saw the pontiff was on Wednesday before the 86-year-old was rushed to Rome's Gemelli Hospital for breathing trouble. It turns out that the Pope was suffering from bronchitis. He is now back on schedule for events leading up to Easter and beyond. Erica.
All right, a check on traffic. The maps are looking clear. No accidents or slowdowns. Tracker is heading south on I-25 near MLK, and everything is moving at speed.
Firefighters in California rescued a man who became stranded on a San Pedro cliff while trying to rescue his dog. You can see the man clutching onto his frightened pup while a first responder appears to be making their way toward him. The department says the man did not suffer any injuries.
Time now for the 5 facts. At number 5, new parents in the state could soon get a helping hand from a new show created to help handle early stages of parenthood. The Early Show with Alex is a new program put on by the state's Early Childhood Education and Care Department. It teaches parents about their baby's growth, emotions, and play while also providing insight on state resources for parents. The show is slotted for 5 to 6 episodes for now, but the state is already planning for a second season.
At number 4, as we start out the work week, if West Central is part of your commute, you'll want to look at an alternate route. Westbound Central at 47th Street is going to be closed starting today through the end of the week. Traffic is going to be diverted through the ART bus lane while crews work to replace a water line. That's only the first phase of that project, and more closures are planned along Central throughout April.
And number 3, it's going to be a windy day. We're waking up with quiet wind conditions, and those will pick up more by the midday. This afternoon and evening will be the windiest with 55-mile-per-hour gusts.
At number 2, an evacuation order for a Moriarty neighborhood is lifted this morning after a fire sparked near the airport, burning nearly 200 acres and at least 2 homes. The Torrance County Emergency Manager says that the grass fire started at around 11 yesterday morning and went on for 8 hours. Now, the fire burned a total of 175 acres, consuming 2 homes and an outbuilding. Officials say that no residents were injured and the investigation is ongoing. And at #1, new security video shows the moment when police say that a man driving a stolen state SUV rams into another car and ends up in the side of a home. Police say that John Bearden Jr. had stolen the SUV from the New Mexico State Fairgrounds earlier that day. Bearden confessed to using meth and said that he became disoriented before speeding through San Pedro near Zuni. Investigators say he then ran a stop sign and crashed into a car with 43-year-old David Pizarro and his 10-year-old daughter. Both Pizarro and his daughter ended up in critical condition.